All right, SPY continuing to give bearish signals so far. Again, we wanted to get above this. I said that in the last video, and it's continuing to go down. I mean, I think that this little area right here is something, you definitely need to be careful of, because I think it could continue down. And what is this? It probably could go down if it breaks down and continues down lower. You could see another. Shoot, you could probably see another. What is this? 99 to. You can see another $7-8 to the downside, and that's putting you down in this area. Again, 200 is not a net, and that pretty much brings you around this area right here. That's about $10. So around this area could happen if it continues to the downside. This still looks very, very weak. So if you're looking to play anything to the long side, it would have to be, day trades or something. But you shouldn't just be, the trend is your friend. As simple as that sounds, it is very powerful to say, listen, I'm not going to be pissing in the wind. I'm not going to be ice skating uphill because I want to prove a point that I got more, my balls are bigger than anybody else's. Because at the end of the day, you are going to get ran over if you just try to just buy any type of dip. And if you do it, let's say you wanted to buy this one right here, okay? If you got in, okay, you got in above this high, you're stopped out already, because your stop is down here, and you just got to wait for another thing. But again, when we want to get these breakdowns, we wanted it to come down, flush down, come, flush down. Same thing going up. I don't want to try to catch where the bottom of this is. I would rather give me a higher low, and then I could take a better probability trade. But again, the immediate trend is down, and it has some volume. Yes, the volume is weakening a little bit, but it still is, at the end of the day, still pretty high. Why is it not? Okay. Still pretty high, but you see it's decreasing a little bit. But again, the momentum's to the downside, and I wouldn't be stepping in front of the train. Again, this could just be a correction, which is fine. But again, I don't want to be, saying, "Oh, I'm just buying a dip," because just buy it because it's red is a foolish proposition. Okay, go to Vegas and mess your money up that way. If we see a breakdown here of these lows, let me get my crosshairs back. We see a breakdown of these lows of around that 93.89, 93, 93.90 area. It's going to continue. It's testing the 50 now. So we just have to see where this goes from here. But again, I would like to see something. Again, I want to take a higher probability. Again, it's all probability, no certainties with this. I want to take something similar to this versus just taking the first green candle that I see up. I'm going to see what it gives me, because I'm not going to let them sucker me in just by one stinking candle to say that, it's looking good. Again, I want to see her get back above these levels right here. I want to see it back above these levels at 96 area and continue to the higher. Again, it can come up, test it, go back up. I'm willing to wait, because at the end of the day, I don't need to be that person. Yes, it feels ballsy, and it is what it is. But again, I don't want to be that person right here, right now. So just be very, very cautious, because it is still in a weaker state. So, it is what it is. IWM is just going sideways, looking like a type of flag. And if it breaks below, watch out, because it could run again. So let's take this one off. Kind of just showing this little flag pattern. If you want to look at it kind of like this, and you want to see if it's going to break down below. It did give, it gave a lower high, and then probably stopped you out again. Maybe you just be cautious. Again, it's a matter of, but the immediate trend is down, because if I put this, it's starting to get a little sloppy. But again, you can see that the downtrend is going. So you have lower highs and you have lower lows. It's as simple as that. Don't make this thing too complex. You can see, we continue to have lower highs, and we continue to have lower lows. So we're currently in a downtrend, and that's that. Don't fight it. The DI. This is, again, 30 stocks. This is stuff, again, your grandparents are going to say, I heard the market's down pretty big, and stuff like that. It's just a 200. Again, I'm not taking anything to say if it was not there, would I take it? No, because if it continues and breaks the low of today's candle, it continues and it runs, and it could run as much as it came down. So it came down about $7, and it could go down another $7 down there, and that puts you right around here. So that would be testing this area right here. So again, you got to be very, very careful. Individual names, again, I sent out something on Netflix on the 28th, and that was around here, saying that it looking to set up. So, you know, again, you might have got in, break even, then you could have got in again, you got in again, and then it ripped to the upside. Again, you could check on Twitter, I sent it out. This is up, and the volume is increasing. Remember, this is what we were talking about. You want the volume to be increasing down there. Does it look like the volume's capitulating or getting really, really high like here? No. So again, I'm not fighting the trend. I would wait for a dip to get in. And again, anybody's looking to buy up here, that's who I'm looking to sell to. Okay, just, you know, it is what it is. Apple still has not. It gave a little bit of sign. Again, if you got in just a break above here, you got stopped out for a small loss. And we just want to see, you know, how this looks. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so, you know, maybe you see if it could break above this high and go from there and continue. But again, this one has been churning, and we don't like that churning pattern because that's what we saw. And again, you got to look at what the trend is. Again, when we talked about the SPY for all this time, I was saying, listen, it's churning. It's showing that the bulls need to at least show their hand, and somebody showed their hand, and this could have broke up to the upside. So I'm not saying I'm some type of guru that knew that it was going to break down. I didn't say I think it's going to break down because it's churning like this, but if it's churning like this and it comes up and pops up, it goes to the upside, but it didn't. So you got to kind of look at what the trend is doing versus just what one thing is doing. Tesla is continuing to look good. Again, I wouldn't chase here. You see the volume dying down a little. Again, you know, if these guys are trading the breakout, they got maybe 1 or 2 days. But again, I think this one's going to retrace and give another setup. Solar City, same thing. Nice dip. Buy here. Continue to the upside. Again, I'm not going to buy all the way up here. It's going to be a painful trade. Facebook, we'll see how that one goes. Again, it popped up a little bit in the morning, and then it just kind of churned and churned. So got to be really cautious with that one. Priceline is giving a flag again. It did pop up, and then it just faded down for pretty much for the entire day. So be cautious with that one as well. Again, the markets, you know, right here is it. Excuse me, still have my cough. You know, you just kind of gotta see how this works out, and maybe you just wait, because again, these are, you know, people like to play the gap. Some people get scared of the gap. Some people want the gap to fill. But when does the gap fill? You know, if you wait, let's say let's say it's going to gap fill. You see these couple green candles. It didn't fill until all the way back here. No one knows exactly when it's going to go there. So just take it easy and stop trying to predict stuff. S-Fund gave a nice engulfing pattern here, 11%. That's huge. So I don't know if it had some type of earnings or anything like that. Yeah, FSLR, First Solar gave an engulfing pattern on a high volume and continued today. So again, that one gave pretty great price action. You could have got in, you know, here, maybe here as well. So again, that's for the intraday guys, but again, the 15-minute is still very, very clean. Could have got in here. I probably would have waited and got in here and continued to the upside. So these names look good, but again, the overall markets are still in an immediate downtrend, and it could be just a correction for more upside. But again, you don't want to get caught in the correction phase just trying to buy every single green candle that you see. So again, you can see the temperament. We had, you know, people start talking about, oh, super bullish, one green candle, super bullish. The continuation pattern is still not looking good. So again, we want to see it give a higher low, pop down, and go up. I'm way over my time, but hopefully this helps. Trade them well, and if anything, cash is the position. Take care.